Hi, welcome to avreports.com. I'm Chris Helton. Today we're taking a look at the Liberty XL2. Now, the XL2 is an FAA Part 23 IFR certified aircraft, and more importantly and more interestingly, it is the world's first FAA certified piston engine aircraft equipped with the FADEC electronic ignition system. And to help us talk a little bit more about the Liberty XL2 and the FADEC system is Liberty's Regional Sales Manager, Paul Everett. Paul, thanks for joining us. Appreciate it.
Glad to be here. Thank you.
Give us a brief history of Liberty and the XL2.
Sure. Well, the XL2 that you look at today here has evolved from an airplane that was called the Europa, which was a kit-built airplane which was started design in the late 80s and was being sold right throughout the 90s. Our CEO, Tony Tiarx, who now runs Liberty Aerospace, got that project going along with the designers, and because it was so successful, they decided that they would come over to the US and start from scratch and certify a version of that airplane. And over a 5-6 year period, we now have evolved to the Liberty XL2.
What we're going to do right now is take a quick pre-flight around and basically show you some interesting and important points about the XL2.
Okay, well, there are a couple of key things about the XL2 that are different to some of the other airplanes out there. Number one, this is a hybrid composite and aluminum airplane. The airplane has got a carbon fiber fuselage to create the kind of shape that we need to give it that speed profile. But the wings can be easily formed with sheet aluminum. So the wings are aluminum and the tail and the rudder are all aluminum. The wings are dry and we have no cables. We only use push rods. So we can literally remove a wing in 15 minutes. You can take the tail feathers off or the horizontal stabilizer off in 5 minutes literally and remove the rudder. And you can take the prop off in about 10 minutes. So in a very short space of time, if you wanted to move the airplane or trailer it or hangar it for an extended period in a smaller space, you can do that very easily. The other thing that's quite interesting is things like the whole airplane is built around a steel chrome alloy 4130 chassis, and that runs from the firewall back to just behind the wing. So the carbon fiber fuselage drops down on top of that chassis, the wings bolt into that, the landing gear is bolted to it, and the engine mounting system is bolted to that tubular steel chassis. This airplane has got the IOF 240 Continental engine, 125 horsepower. On top of that, we've now added the FADEC electronic ignition system. FADEC monitors the cylinder, each cylinder, on every stroke, and it monitors it 20 times a second, and it puts in exactly the right amount of fuel at exactly the right time. So you have an engine that's running at optimal efficiency no matter where you put the power lever. So getting in and out of the Liberty is really incredibly easy. Some people look at it and they ask, well, how do you get in it? Because there's no obvious step. Later models will have a step if you want one, but once you've got in and out of it without a step a few times, most people decide they don't want one. You lose a few knots with a step and you lose some of that nice clean line that the airplane has. Right. But to get in and out of the airplane, this is what you do. Slide on the wing like that, bring your legs over, pop yourself up, drop yourself in. Getting out, very simple. You just lift yourself out like that, come back onto the wing, bring your legs in, roll yourself off.
The takeoff roll for the XL2 is 822 feet with an 841-foot landing ground roll. The standard rate of climb is 682 feet per minute, max cruise speed of 132 knots. The economy cruise speed is 120 knots. The Liberty XL2 boasts a fuel consumption of just about 5.5 gallons per hour, with a range of 500 nautical miles. The stall speed with the flaps down is 43 knots. Maneuvering speed is 100 knots, and the best angle of climb is right at 70 knots. Flying in weather in the XL2 is not going to be a problem since it is IFR rated. The Liberty XL2 has excellent low-speed stability and control, a low stall speed, and energy-absorbing impact zones. The XL2 boasts an average direct operating cost per flight hour at about $38 on the high end if you're flying only 100 hours per year, And then, of course, the more you fly it, the more economical it becomes, to around $35 per flight hour.
Well, I hope you have been informed and enlightened by this aircraft review on the Liberty XL2. As you can see, it's one of the most economical and fun to fly airplanes that's out there right now. If you want more information on flying the XL2 or being an owner of one, just click on the links below. It'll take you to the Liberty website itself. For avreports.com, I'm Chris Helton, and we'll talk to you soon.
We'd like to thank the Carolina Air Center, Inc. for letting us take up their ramp space this afternoon. If you're ever in Hilton Head, South Carolina, and you decide to stop in, make sure you visit Carolina Air Center, Inc.